But can I close out with a poem by Oscar Wilde?
Of course.
This is called Pan, so here we go. O goat-foot god of Arcady, this modern world is gray and old, and what remains to us of thee? No more the shepherd lads in glee throw apples at thy wattled fold, O goat-foot god of Arcady. Nor through the laurels can one see thy soft brown limbs, thy beard of gold, and what remains to us of thee? And dull and dead our thighs would be, for here the winds are chill and cold, O goat-foot god of Arcady. Then keep the tomb of Hellas, thine olive woods, thy vine-clad wold, and what remains to us of thee? Through many an unsung elegy, sleeps in the reeds our rivers hold, O goat-foot god of Arcady. Ah, what remains to us of thee? Ah, leave the hills of Arcady, thy satyrs and their wanton play. This modern world hath need of thee. No nymph of fawn indeed have we, for fawn and nymph are old and gray. Ah, leave the hills of Arcady. This is the land where liberty led grave-browed Milton on his way. This modern world hath need of thee. A land of ancient chivalry, where gentle Sidney saw the day. Ah, the hills of Arcady. This fierce sea lion of the sea, this England lacks some stronger lay. This modern world hath need of thee. Then blow some trumpet, loud and free, and give thine oaten pipe away. Ah, leave the hills of Arcady. This modern world hath need of thee. Oscar Wilde.
Yay. So much of the things we consider evil in this world have to do with the fact that we exist in physical bodies, right? And this goes to solving the contradictions of Pan. For most of human history, right, because we live in a physical universe with our physical needs, we need food and water, and those physical resources are limited, we have been warring with each other, right? You mentioned it's very important to think of the time and place these myths come from, right? The ancient world, the majority of people were living under threat. I don't know about majority, a good portion, maybe a majority of people were living under threat of an invading army. And we think about, invading armies, all the time when we discuss history. No. What this means is that at any given moment, every man you know, including yourself, will be murdered in the worst of ways, tortured worse than you can imagine. The women and children will be raped and enslaved. If they're lucky, they get to live. Literally, the worst things you could imagine were a real threat to a good portion of the people who have ever lived, especially the people from which these myths come from. And that goes to the panic. But what do you do if death is around the corner? You go to these irrational states of ecstasy. You go towards the sex. You go towards whatever makes you feel good, because you have to live for the moment, because the next moment might be the worst moment and your last moment.